This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless.
I am reborn again and again.
Hopefully that stays open.
I am the will of the Emperor.
Honestly,
I am
really excited to
death.
play this. I'm going to be playing with a character I have never played before. Because a friend of mine was like, hey, play this person, please. And name her this name, which you'll see very soon. Because, hey, it's Bioware. And my daughter's a Gate fan. So, we'll be playing as Scholarly. Let's see. I don't know if we will do more than 2 playthroughs of this, but we will be playing it at least. Hold on, let me actually move this real quick. I hope that's fine. Because this is a completely different setup than I'm used to. And I hope this works out well. Scholar Ling. Though not as physically strong as others, a magical character is the best at channeling her chi to enhance the physical strikes and feel powerful elemental magics through that. Leaping Tiger, martial style, this combo can complete a harmonic combo. The vigor and speed of the animal for which this martial style is named. Leaping Tiger dazzles onlookers even as it carves up opponents. Practitioners of this martial style can focus so completely on the strength and quickness of the tiger that razor-sharp claws seem to sprout from their fists. The style's quick leaping techniques and punishing strikes create a flurry of death that can keep even armed opponents at bay. Heavenly Wave support style does direct damage in Chi Strike mode. This style's power attack can initiate a harmonic combo that produces a health power up. Fighters skilled in Heavenly Wave learn techniques that can slow their opponents to a crawl, while the support style does no damage on its own. A master can manipulate the Chi in the area around the opponents, rendering them sluggish and easily defeated. Even the most lightning fast of foes can be slowed to a turtle's pace with the skillful application of Heavenly Wave. That's nice. Well, let's see. What do we want to put our points into? Your body score represents your physical hardiness and ability to withstand damage. Health measures your physical endurance. When health reaches 0, you die. You can regain health by using Chi Heal, picking up red health power-ups during battle, or meditating at spirit fonts. Your spirit score represents your inner strength and magical power. The Chi measures your spiritual energy. You use Chi to recover health through Chi Heal. Enhance your attacks, fuel magic styles, and power transformation styles. You can regain Chi by picking up blue Chi power-ups during battle, meditating at spirit fonts, or using the Spirit Thief style to steal them from enemies. Your mind score represents your concentration and tactical awareness in combat. Focus measures your ability to concentrate intently. In battle, you use focus when you wield weapons or enter focus mode to slow your enemies. You can recover focus by picking up yellow focus power-ups during battle, or by meditating at focus shrines. I'll actually do 2 Chi and then 1 for body and mind. Let's see. Alright, so support style does direct damage in Chi Strike mode. The style's power can initiate a harmonic combo that produces a health power up. Fighters skilled in Heavenly Waves learn techniques that can slow their opponents to a crawl. While this support style does not owe damage on its own, a master can manipulate the Chi in the area around opponents, rendering them sluggish and easily defeated. Even the most lightning fast of foes can be slowed to a turtle's pace with the skillful application of Heavenly Wave. Thousand Cuts martial style. The style can complete a harmonic combo. Thousand Cuts is aptly named, though the style does not involve blades. A master of this style relies on numerous strikes in quick succession instead of singular punishing blows or thunderous kicks. Most opponents reel under such a relentless assault, unable to counter fast enough to find an opening for their own attacks. Leaping Tiger. This style can complete a harmonic combo with the vigor and speed of the animal in which the martial style is named. Leaping Tiger dazzles onlookers even as it carves up opponents. Practitioners of this martial style focus so completely on the strength and quickness of the tiger. A razor-sharp claw seems to sprout from their fist. This style's quick leaping techniques and punishing strikes create a flurry of death that can keep even armed opponents at bay. White Demon. This style can complete a harmonic combo. Many martial artists criticize the White Demon style for being slow and ponderous, but in the hands of a true master, it can be one of the deadliest martial styles of all. While it lacks the cloud-pleasing panache of faster styles than White Demon's sheer power and intimidating techniques plow through opponents like an ogre in a tea house. Really? This style can complete a harmonic combo. Many of Jade Empire have heard of Legendary Strike, but few have actually seen it in action. Fewer, however, have mastered this martial skill. But those who have are to be feared. Their blows rain down and too fast to block in their kicks can quickly put an opponent out for good. I kind of want to pick this because I know Joey would really appreciate it. But he's not here right now, so kind of want 1,000 Cuts. Alright, what was that name that Joey wanted? Alright, let's see. There we go. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Also, before we actually start this, give me a minute. I'm going to rearrange some stuff in this room. Alright, so that actually works out a bit better for me. Alright, it's time to start. Press the start button to see more information about your character, fighting styles journal, map, and other options. Also, Joe, you made it right after I got done making the character. Also, there's mentions of ogres in one of the fighting styles, and I decided against getting it because I didn't really want a slow combat style. Yes, Piglet. Also, I forgot how long the loading times were in this game. And I would have actually started this sooner, but I moved everything to the room I normally stream in. I moved the couch and everything in that room, and it turns out I couldn't stream HDMI in there. So I had to bring everything back into this room.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
One more match then, not today. We're done practicing for now. I can blindfold myself, that might even the odds. I doubt it, you strike with the grace of a cow. Well, at some point, after we beat this, we're going to do a Path of the Closed Fist playthrough, so the bad playthrough, I guess. But for now, we're just not going to do anything like
Happily.
that.
I feel that I learn something every time I face you, even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
I am rarely beaten, friend. Alright, show me your best. Perhaps I do not have the time right now.
Let us begin.
We're gonna try to relearn how to play this game. Okay. So to attack, try hitting Jingwu several times. He's going down. While standing still, press B to block basic attacks. Try to block a few of Jingwu's attacks. I kind of don't remember how to play this at all. He's bullying me, Joey. Use cheetah. Hold the white button to channel your cheetah heal yourself. Okay, it's left bumper. White is left bumper. That's getting that. Powerful attacks can off. You can press B, left mouse to activate powerful attacks. Try this now. Defeat Jingwu. This will be easy. Oh. Well, alright then. Oh no. I will use the power of Piglet.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Thank you for the bout. Each bruise is a mark of failure to learn our master's teaching.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Where's Master Li again? Or why did you tell me earlier?
Master Li just went into his house. It's just over there, as always. You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it.
We probably
Take care,
do
my
want to
friend.
spar a little bit. Also, Joey, how is the audio? Because the game was actually a lot louder than me before I started. Chapter 1. When a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges for station, and the past the past haunts the present. Sorry, I had something in my eye when I was trying to read that. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest in shadowy assassins who need no law. Now, okay, so I can still roll, and if I hit X, I can pull up a map. I believe the stars are important locations. Those little 3 golden raised icons right here, like a store.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some things about the school? Are there students available to spar with? What kind of items and additional training do you sell? So he does indeed sell things.
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Show me what you have. Why is there a fee? You're not teaching new styles in.
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Li has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Alright, give me a second. Show me what you have. Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Li allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
I honestly hope that this is better than it was.
Let's see what you can learn.
We'll hopefully get enough silver to buy these. I don't know if we'll actually get all of them. I don't know if we can, but we'll try. Oh, wait.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train. There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
Oh, Sparth, a single student.
Very well. I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready.
Joey, do you think I can beat this person?
Meet your end.
Jeez. Random punching sound
Very
effects.
good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else?
I think there's
you'd
other people
like?
around here training. Yeah, there's a guy right there behind me. Look at him. Can I ask you some things about school, or there are students available to spar with? I should go now.
Goodbye. I am here if you need anything.
10 experience, Joey. This is where we're going to grind for all of our experience.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
We should
Oh,
we
did I
should
tell you
bruise
to
all
see
the
Master
tender
Lee when you
egos.
have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
Alright, so let's see. Ooh, quicksand. Auspicious sports. Importance. Oh god, I can't read. Understanding the stars of the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, 3 major ones are the most suspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens passing across the sky, eclipses during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to the earth. That also gives us experience. Oh god, can I get up here?
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you are here, you belong here. Why do you doubt yourself? If you believe that you are inferior, you make it true. If you are too weak to be at the school, leave before you waste our master's time.
I haven't yet settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to the instruction you've had. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
Studied with him as long as I can remember, the only one who has been here almost as long as Dawnstar. Long enough, it's time for me to finish my training. Mind your business, Wen. I'm not here to discuss my life with you.
She also came here very young, didn't she? The two of you are generally considered the most advanced students here. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
How well do you know the others at the school? Since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Master Lee. What do people from the capital think of the Empire? You're fairly new here. Tell me some more about yourself. Would you be interested in sparring? Oh god.
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of
I know
Dawnstar?
she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different. That's not right.
I think we should change her name to Piglet Star.
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully. Well, he doesn't come close to Master Lee's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn. I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Lee has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority. I'll answer what I can. He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had 2 masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
Also, I don't know about you, Jay, but I always play games like this. I just wanted to talk to everybody.
He is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study. I'll answer what I can. I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know? The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead.
I
Politics is
don't think it
dangerous, she
has.
always said.
You can get it on PC, but I don't know if it's on Steam.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Are you already interested in it just because of the dialogue?
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing in Smiling Mountain.
The Old Tongue Volume 1, Thofan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the Empire was unified by Sagacious Tien. Our first emperor. As the force raised constant shifts in territorial leadership spread, the use of the Old Tongue. By the time Sagacious Tien formed the Empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire. It was a good game. Like I said, I really, really love it. It's my favorite. Oh, alright, asshole.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Lee, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
This is actually my favorite BioWare game. I was going to say it might have been my first, but I think Knights of the Old Republic was my first. Actually, I wanted to talk to you for a moment. If I know not was holding up your training, I would have come sooner. You disrespect our master by calling him that.
A senior student, Master Lee's little lapdog here to talk to me? My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do? You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-looking friends and let them tell you my choice. I'm sure Wen could stammer out an answer for you, something to make you feel all warm inside and just great about yourself. Master Lee wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Damn.
I have nothing to say to a dog bounding after his master.
Well, I guess we'll spend some more time running around doing stuff.
Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor.
He is a dickabroo.
No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
If you want Master Lee to say it, don't give him a choice. Be the best you can. Don't worry about following others. Walk your own path. You lack the skills and the discipline to be a leader.
That makes sense. Is that how you live your life?
I'm
If so, it certainly
kind
seems to
of
be an
ready to
effective
do the
philosophy.
closed fist playthrough, but I do want to do
Maybe
the
I should
good guy
spend more
playthrough
time
first.
training and less time worrying about where I stand in this school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days?
Oh.
Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
You know everyone around here, is there any news? What do you think of Master Lee? Tell me what you've been hearing about Ghost. I don't think we ever talked about you, Lynn. Would you be interested in sparring? We're gonna definitely fight her.
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that. Of note, there's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. I'm sure you know that your implied status causes jealous remarks. I have muttered a few, but I don't mean you harm. The one you should be careful of is Gao, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Meanwhile, Gao's just standing next to the Master's place.
You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Damn.
Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Lee sees for you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special?
She's the main character.
While Master Lee tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two. Master Lee never stops talking about you. You are special, or so we are repeatedly told. It can get annoying. Then again, some find it outright threatening. If you wish, what do you want to ask about? Master Lee took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside. I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago. I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born. If you wish, what do you want to ask about? Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Lee accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
Oh, Joey, before I continue with the dialogue, I wanted to ask, did you see that BioWare's next game is not an RPG? I honestly wasn't expecting that. Because that's all I know them for is RPGs.
They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost.
Their next game is going to be action adventure, I believe. I saw that, like, on the Xbox Reddit and a few other random places, just like a day or two ago. Like, everywhere I went after seeing it, there was just like, action adventure, action adventure, action adventure. It's not an RPG. What is this?
According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation.
What do ghosts look like?
That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense. If you wish,
I gotta be honest
what do
though,
you want to ask about?
I have no idea what they're gonna do for this next game.
I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years. I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Lee has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life. I wasn't the delicate flower.
Oh, pfft, I didn't mean to do that. Crap.
If you wish, what do you want to ask about?
Let's spar. Let us spar. Let me
Of
beat
course.
you.
I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I? Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
This sparring ground. I want to use a weapon. Oh god. Oh god. You were defeated. 40 XP. Joey, I don't think anybody can beat us. I think we're invincible. Even though I'm not the best at the combat in the game. Oh wait, we can go down this way. Let's see what's over here. Also, if you'd rather me not have the map up, just let me know and I'll put it away. Or make it smaller at least. School gate, okay. Also, the flag is like the important quest marker, as you probably already guessed. But now it's finally time for us to explore the... Oh, look, it's a little monkey. Oh, camera, please. There's stuff around here, I remember. Tomb. This grave appears to be dedicated to the Old Master, a former instructor of the school. It is a humble tribute, not even bearing his name. A small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit of the departed to his rest. You have no silver, so leave. You leave the grave undisturbed. We should be getting money soon.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best. With all due respect, we would be no challenge for you individually. We could learn much from seeing how you deal with more than one opponent. Smiling Mountain usually lets us fight in groups if he has enough students available. But learning from you is a chance I wouldn't want to pass up. If you have time, that is. I would not wish to impose. We should keep practicing. We have a weapons training session later this afternoon. Perhaps one of the others, like
That
Lynn or
reminds
Lynn,
me.
could help you. If you wanted to help us practice in a match against us both, of course, we would be most honored.
I believe that we're going to have to pick between two different weapon styles before we leave this area. I believe it's blunt weapons. I think that's right. It's like a staff or a sword. So, Jay, which would you rather us have?
This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Aha! Look at that. They didn't even stand a chance.
That's enough.
The
I
piglet
didn't
slap?
think we'd win,
Alright.
but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Joey, I think we destroyed them. I don't think they stood a chance against us. Alright, that takes us back to the school. Let's go back over here and explore just a little bit more.
I am healed. I am healed.
So that's what our character sounds like.
Onu yu wir napayir wo onu yu sayir ikuba.
Mike says Dawnstar sees strange things, but I don't see anything strange.
Dawnstar will be back sometime. She left us here to keep the garden safe.
Alright then. The inner self. The great wheel of life turns eternal, bringing one through life into death and back around into life. Though the new life is always different, the core essence, the spirit of a person remains the same. This spirit breathed into each person is eternal. To achieve harmony with the universe, one must perfect their harmony with the spirit. Indeed, the spirit is each individual is a reflection of that greater universe. If it is, it is a reflection of the wheel of life and the great dragon that created it. Joey, I swear I can read. It's possible. This will refill our spirit energy, which I don't know why I use that. Oh, wait, your health is also replenished, apparently.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it so. Master Lee has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
Lies and slander? Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try. Wait, I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here, senior student, but that was one of the first things I memorized.
Those are all different combat styles,
Chi
as
is
you
our
probably
internal
guessed.
magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day. Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master. Chi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our chi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, chi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my chi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day. Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Lee was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
I think that is it. That will increase our focus, which is why... that's how we go faster. I forgot all about that. Also, let's see, we have journal entries. Your earliest memories are of the town of Two Rivers, the school you call your home, and of Master Lee, the man who raised and trained you from birth. Now, as your lessons draw to a close, you can only wonder what the future has in store. According to Jing Wu, there is no real rush, but Master Lee wishes to speak with you in his house when you are ready. So, both quests are literally, let's go talk to this guy. At least I think that means there's 2 quests. Also, those black bars on the sides are actually on the TV as well, because original Xbox game on 360, I believe.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
I'm sure you will tell me what I need to know, Master. Perhaps I'll train others as you have trained me. I long to leave this tiny place. I am meant for great things.
There will be a time for that later. I have kept you hungry for information, but you must trust that my reasons are valid. It is for your benefit that I do this.
What is going on with his eyebrows?
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
I'm sure it was for a good reason, Master. Why would you do that?
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Lee. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
What would you have me do, Master? I'll fight them. Let me come with you.
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
I'll do as you ask. Where can I find Dawnstar and Gujin? I didn't actually hear him say that name. Gujin? Gaijin? Is that all? Am I an errand girl? I'm better than that.
Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school. Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square.
Yes, the Skyrim place.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Did you not know this was a prequel to Skyrim? Sequel, maybe? I don't know. Oh, we can actually do that. Oh god, all those save files. Legend. So, Star's point of interest, okay. The arrow's exit, that's the player, store, base camp, plot giver. Plot giver, okay, and shrine. So I think we need to make a run for that exit. Hello, Thirsty. Welcome to the stream. I'm literally right now just kind of relearning the game and talking to everybody I can see.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Lee might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
Sorry about the pause. I was wanting them to talk before I said anything, but I'm playing on the 360. I currently don't have an original Xbox at the moment. Hello, Donsar. I hope I'm not interrupting. Hello, Donsar. I certainly hope I am interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
I really hope we can fight Gao at some point, because he's a dickeroo, like Joey said earlier. What did Gao want? I don't like seeing you upset. You know about the bandits. Master Li said to get a weapon from Gujin. Yeah, I already forgot how to say his name.
What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish? That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid.
Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
I will also say, this is my favorite BioWare game. I wish they would have actually done something else with this game, or made this into a series, but I don't know if I'd actually really want one from BioWare now as of, based on how they've made games recently. We don't have time to talk.
Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant for great things, but you must discover them yourself. It must be so frustrating, but exciting as well.
One day, Joey, one day I'll play Baldur's Gate, maybe, possibly.
It is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are unknown. My skills will always be darker. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Please don't put me on a pedestal. I'd rather stand beside my friends. And you should. I am bound for great things.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? that you should keep the basics close to heart. Let's go get your weapon from Guzhin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
I enjoyed the Mass Effect trilogy as well, but I haven't played Andromeda, but just based on how... dang it, what's the word I'm looking for? They're making the games easier and easier, and I don't know if I'd really want that for Jade Empire. Let's go together. I could use the company. Ooh.
Of course. I can speak now or during our walk. Master Lee suggested that I accompany you, in case you require assistance.
Where can I find Guzhin? How did you help Master Lee find out about the Restless Dead?
His workshop is in the center of the village by the gate, up the stairs from the square. It's the largest and most permanent building. You must be tired if you're asking me about that. You've talked to him many times.
I've never talked to him before. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Lee was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else? We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld.
Ooh.
If a person's life was very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming. I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs? We should get our weapons as quickly as we can. I am honored that Master Lee feels I am worthy of standing beside you.
So Joey, you said you wanted your followers to fight alongside you, but you can also access their support abilities by press X on the follower screen to change their tactics. Joey, you said you wanted the staff, right? The piglet staff, as you called it. Good. Very good. I don't know what it is. I've always liked using melee staffs in games more than like swords or anything like that. I say melee staffs because Oblivion and Skyrim are like, the staves are only used for magic.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it. Let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
Oh. Oh, alright. Oh, well, that happened. Oh, I'm sorry, why would you do this to me?
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Guzhin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
Heavens, no!
No. So, I think, yeah, we're supposed to go up north. Let's go down south real quick. There we go. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff. Ooh, we got some silver. I think that's literally all that's down here. But hey, we got some money. That's always a good thing. And let's read this. Sign to the town square. To the beach. You know, let's get to the beach. Let's relax. Jesus, Joey.
This path leads to the beach. Guzhen's shop is north of the main square. We should really get our weapons as soon as we can.
But I want to go to the beach. So fine statue, isn't it? Too bad no one bothers to pay it proper respect but me. A fitting tribute to our leader, Emperor Sun, though no one seems interested in venerating his rule. Ah. Sorry, I can't read. I'd be more worried about it with Doug bothering and the bandits coming this way, but I know Master Lee's not going to let them harass the Emperor or his town. Your master's a fine man, and he's managed to salvage a few of you students, which is more than most would manage working with your generation. Yo, why don't you stop bothering me, you old goat? Not many people seem interested in what Old Ming has to say, even if I've been here longer than anyone. What did you want, anyway? And make it snappy. At my age, I could die at the drop of a blossom. I just spotted bandits in town. They were asking questions. Curses. There were two of them, weren't there? I should have known better than to let them stroll by. They put up a small barge just around the bend and walked over to this beach. Tried to ask me some questions, but I shooed them away so I could clean the statue. Now here's bandits coming. 20 years ago, I'd have put together that those were scouts. I'm sure you taught them a lesson. Any other sign of bandits down here? Not yet. But word has it they're coming by the river. So this might be where they land. Their fools land the sight of the Emperor's statue. His glory will inspire us to fight back. Of course, in a pinch, we could always drop them on a few of them. This place is so full of navel gazers that it's nice to see someone looking up and out for a change. That would depend on who asks. I suspect everyone would cast a single vote for themselves. I should probably read the questions too. Give me your opinion. Master Lee is the real leader here. Everyone looks up to him, and his word passes for law around these parts. His wisdom is unquestionable. He teaches a lot at the school, but Guzhen, the weapon master, helps out a lot around town. Making him probably the most well-liked man around. Then there's Merchant Fendu. Someday I'd appreciate it if he'd quit complaining that he hasn't struck it rich yet. And at least he hasn't stuck it elderly, I say. Ugh. What do you know about Master Lee? A wise and skilled man. He has kept the peace in this village for 20 years, like it was set in stone. How did Master Lee come here? I don't know. He's never talked about what transpired to bring him here, or why he arrived with you under his arm. I remember he seemed quite at the time, but he settled in quite quickly. He could see the potential of this place, I think. Who was master before Master Lee? It was so long ago. What was his name? Kansai? Songan? I think that was it. He was more concerned with trade than anything else. Master Lee set the village on a different path. Shortly after he arrived, Songan left. I am not sure what became of him. If you wish, I have only so many years left. Give me a jostle if I nod. I just... Oh. I believe that's what I already asked. What are your thoughts on Two Rivers? This place is so full of... Oh. Let's go back to my other questions. Yeah, if you wish. Tell me about the Emperor. Oh, I don't dare speak of Emperor's son. My words can't do proper justice to his glory. He is a hero to many. Ending the drought earned him great respect, even if he no longer shows his influence this far from the walls of the Imperial City. Is the Emperor neglecting the Borderlands like we're neglecting Borderlands, Joey? I would never suggest such a thing. You must simply have greater concerns somewhere. Master Lee has commented that he much prefers the two rivers does not get any attention. It is a sign that all is well here. Can we talk about your past? About the past? Good on you. History is best taught through stories. A teacher lecturing about the past is like listening to paper crumple when you want to hear a waterfall. Everything's lost in the translation. What do you know about the spirit world? Perhaps you think I have an affinity for spirits since I am so close to becoming one myself. I'm not that old yet. I keep my feet toward the earth and my head straight in the opposite direction as I can manage. I wish others were as practical. I have heard many ghost stories lately. Travelers talk of roads awash in spirits. I am quicker to blame that on bowls of wine than a glut of the dead. Tell me about the long drought. You are too young to know what it was like. A decade of thirst with all land cracked and bare. It was worse than the great cities. Riots claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Emperor Sun Hai put all his influence toward ending the droughts and saved us all. But there was a cost. I don't know where the front line was or the name of the enemy, but the Emperor's own brothers Sun Qin and Sun Li were lost. But what really happened? As I said, the Emperor corrected whatever great offense to the heaven had afflicted the Empire and thus ended the drought. That isn't an answer enough for you, I know, for the young it never is. In time, you'll understand that the Emperor must deal with things that you are not meant to know or comprehend. You accept that, but you're too practical for ghosts. I have faith in the order of things. The Emperor knows that things that I am meant to do. The fisherman sends his catch to the market. Does the customer need to know how to fish? No, he just knows that someone else does. That is the order of things. It is real and I know it works. Ghosts and shadows are tavern tales. How was the Empire formed? The Empire was forged out of warring countries by the iron will and inestimable might of sagacity in the first Emperor. Shall we please help? In titanic battles and tense negotiations. He brought harmony to the chaotic world and created a single culture that stands tall over all others. Let's go back to my other questions. Tell me about yourself. What do you have me speak about? How long have you lived in Two Rivers? All my life. More years than I can remember. Very little has changed. What do you do? I used to grow rice. Now I live on a small stipend sent by my son. He has long since moved farther south in the Golden Delta. He never comes to visit, typical, but the silver reminds me that he cares. If these bombs get any more creaky, maybe I'll move down with him. I have to ask, why are you sweeping the beach? Obviously, I've turned this beach into a grand meditation garden, where the contemplative mind can see the pathways of the future in the lay of the sand. Or maybe it's just something to keep me busy. At my age, you need a purpose or you just fade away. What do you do? Oh, pfft. I believe that's it. Yep. I wish you well. Is there anything else over here? Ooh, it's like, look, do I see a cave? And are we going to be able to go into the cave? What's in here? I want whatever it is, if there is anything. Oh, it's just a little path. I didn't remember that path at all. But, I mean, it doesn't really seem like it's that much shorter.
What was that noise from the town square? Are people fighting?
They might be. They very well might be. Ooh, bamboo cask. Ooh, some more silver. Look at the little piggy. Joey, we found Piglet. We found Piglet. Oh, wait, I can call it Dawnstar.
We should go to Gujin for a weapon like Master Lee said. Then we can address whatever threat these bandits pose.
Oh wait, we've already talked about all that. Okay. So many little piggies.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I better let someone else have some fun for a change. I can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're gonna sneak around.
Everyone's needed and get ready to fight.
No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be a rock picker in my grandfather's field. Guarding the gate looked easy. I never thought bandits would actually come. Please don't let them get me. Don't let them.
Joey, should we let him get him? I mean, we're not going to, but should we? Weapon Master Gujin. Focus Shrine. Ooh. Scroll Sand. The martial arts. The pride, perfection, and achievement of an individual are represented in many ways. The honing of the mind, civic achievements, and glory gained for the Empire. The development of the spirit and one's inner energies. And the training of the body. Through the body, the practitioner imposes his will upon himself, and through that, upon the universe. Through use of his body, the martial artist achieves the transcendence and strength, overcoming all obstacles, both physical and spiritual. You receive Legacy of Master Li. Hidden bonus book set complete. What? Also, we can set the difficulty, what? Okay, so it's on medium. I'll leave it there. If it isn't two of Master Li's best and brightest, there's not much left for me to teach you two, so you can't be here for lessons.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Oh, there's no need for titles. Not from you two. Why do you insist on speaking like that, Gujin? Don't waste my time speaking in Thailfan, Gujin. Y'all telling you mean? Even with half an education understands Thailfan, and some of us prefer the way it rolls off the tongue. Don't act like it's a surprise. Lots of people speak it, although I suppose it is concentrated mostly in the prosperous East.
If you prefer, I don't need to use Thailfan. Now, what brings you here?
Bandit scouts are here in Two Rivers. Master Li sent me for a weapon.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually, but you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Where did Master Li find these weapons? Is there anything special about these weapons?
I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may choose to arm yourself with that deadly monk staff known as Tien's Justice, or the fabled longsword, Fortune's Favor.
It's like we're getting Tien's Justice.
A monk's spade is a deadly adaptation of a simple tool. It's a graceful weapon, wielded like a staff but with a bladed end, most deadly. This monk's spade is ancient, and some say it was even used by our first emperor, Sagacious Chen. Whether that's true or not, this is a fine, fine weapon.
About the longsword.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it.
Let's see. Couldn't you give whichever weapon I don't pick to Dawnstar?
I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Li wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
I'll take the
Your
injustice.
weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Is there anything else?
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon. And the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
Unless you have something else to give me, I'm finished with you. I should go see to the townsfolk now.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
Does Master Li know they're already here?
Master Li hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns.
I'm back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these thugs. Actually, how many are there?
I don't know, but their ship is large. There could be many of them. You have to help, senior student.
How far have they come?
They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them.
Run back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these thugs.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
Tien's justice. I believe... Also, we didn't read this. Dawnstar's magical sensitivity gives her added insight into the world around her. In battle, she cuts swiftly with her long sword. Tien's justice is down. Alright. Powerful weapons require intense concentration to wield properly. The fatigue from their use will drain your focus, which is measured in the yellow bar at the upper left.
1,000 cuts! Stop!
Aha! Oh god. Haha! So, I don't really use focus, or at least I don't remember actually using it. Ooh, that's nice. But yeah, I don't remember ever actually using focus, but I believe it slows them down.
Focus.
Yeah, it slows them down and speeds you up. But that really won't help whenever we don't have focus. Aha. I don't want to keep using the staff foot. I have to use all my focus on it.
I can hear
Silver.
fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Let's go. Uh-oh.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
Ooh. I completely forgot about that.
1,000 cuts! Stop!
How dare you, you jerk.
Death be your release!
Leave. That is like the strongest fighter here. Not counting the guy that was on the ship. I think he would probably be stronger, but I don't think he fights us. Ooh, at 50 XP. Ah. Ah, you jerk. You better stop that. You know, I haven't actually used this.
I am healed.
Oh god, what was that? Hold on, sorry, did tell me to look out. Oh. I feel so bad for you.
Watch yourself.
Oh god. Where the heck do they keep exploding? Is that something Dawnstar's doing? Also, why am I fighting Wolverine? And I'm not even close enough to actually hit him.
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
The ghosties. As you can see... Oh wait. I thought that skill wasn't supposed to actually hurt ghosts. But I guess it does.
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Well, alright then.
You! Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
Oh. Ah, that's fine, Joey.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
Thank you for your assistance, Master Lee.
Do not be so quick to thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain at the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
Oh, we actually leveled up. Okay. Move that up. You have 2 style points. Since I've used 1,000 Cuts More and Tian's Justice eats up focus, we'll go with 1,000 Cuts first.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Li could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily. This is so confusing. Master Li said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
Do you want to talk about the attack?
I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Where do you live before you came to the school?
Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long.
Alright, that's fine, Joey.
For some reason, the robes of that sorcerer look
Take care.
familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere.
Why did you move around? How did you come here?
I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
Is it troubling to not know your past?
Yes, I suppose you know something about that as well. I hope this does not sound odd, but I am glad we share that. Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do.
Who are the people of interest in the village?
Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story, and he's usually by the statue on the beach. Merchant Fen Do is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain. He's behind the ring, near the student quarters. He's always amusing.
How did you help Master Li find out about wrestling?
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else?
Yeah, let's do it.
Then we should return to Master Li so he can talk to you about this attack.
Will he have anything new to say? Showed those cursed bandits a thing or two, didn't you? Ha! Brought a smile to this old face. I don't think he has anything to talk about, actually, besides that.
I'm so glad you and Master Li arrived when you did. My father ran to the school gate to find students to help. Did he make it?
He did. Oh no. I'm sorry, he did not survive. I cannot save him. And the week fall as I should. He did not survive.
He didn't make it? No. Please, no. This town was his home. He shouldn't have died like this. Hopefully Master Li can give this some meaning. A sorcerer here.
Oh, you. You're a friend of Dawnstar, right? I'm looking for her.
Okay.
Dawnstar, there you are. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while. I saw him again last night, and I remembered what you said. I wasn't as afraid.
I'm glad, Mrs. Zhang.
He seemed peaceful, if a bit lost. But I know it's not your fault now. I'm sorry for disturbing you and for what I said before.
Remember Zhang Jin, her son? He drowned last year after the mooring she tied let go. A sad accident. I saw his spirit and told her. She thought I was calling up ghosts. Some spirits return because of trauma, to rectify something that disturbed them in life or death. They are very focused. When the pain is gone, they find rest. At least they are supposed to. Jin's spirit told his mother the accident wasn't her fault. Now he wanders, unconnected to this world and unable to pass to the next. Troubled spirits can be set to rest for a time, but unless the greater problem is corrected, it seems all dead are destined to wander until they go mad. I'm sorry, this has been difficult. I don't want to think about how it affects specific people. I'm still not sure I should have told Mrs. Zhang about her child.
You were right to console her, even if she didn't want to hear it. Just walk away, let her seek your help of her own accord. You should have charged for the service. Give it value and they will want it.
I don't know. People just want to be left alone with their grief. I guess blame is easier to understand than chance. Come on, we should go see if the students are all right. Master Li will be waiting.
Ooh. Good. Oops. Alright, let's see. We could go straight to him, but of course we're not going to.
Those bandits will think twice before threatening a town protected by the likes of Master Li. They were fools to even come here. The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have done with their plunder. Well, that's another opportunity lost. In this town, it's vital for a businessman to keep tabs on anyone with 2 coins to rub together. Things haven't been this slow since the long drought. That master of yours keeps things ludicrously stable while merchants thrive on strife. During the long drought, prices rocketed into the sky like fireworks.
You don't like Master Li's leadership? There's no trade to be found in stability.
I can't say that. He's a wise man who sees to the heart of things. If I were to complain about anything, it's how few students he attracts. A skilled master could bring a lot of people into this town, but he is very selective about who comes. That's his business, I'm sure, but it affects my business as well.
There's no trade.
I get by.
Yeah.
I suppose I shouldn't wish for strife lest it come knocking on my door. Besides, the bandits didn't do as much to bring people to the store as I hoped. So maybe stability is underrated.
Let's talk about what you can do for me.
Happily. We don't need to waste time on my gripes when there's silver to be spent.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, there isn't much to tell. I'm just a simple merchant trying to ply his trade in a town that resists spending money. One day the gods will recognize my suffering and elevate me to their ranks.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to know?
I want to ask a few things about the Jade Empire.
I've never set my eyes beyond the horizon you can see from here. There must be someone else you could ask.
Aw. What do you know about the spirit world?
I send my thanks to the spirit for successful journeys just like everyone else. I don't have any special insight. Why not ask your friend there? Dawn Star knows more about the spirit realm than anyone, it seems. She's been a great help from time to time.
I do what I can to help, good merchant. That's all any of us can do.
I grew up during the worst of it, but I don't remember much. Just the joy when the Emperor put an end to it. Two Rivers was almost deserted by that time, but Master Li arrived soon after, and we've had peace ever since.
How's the drought stopped?
I don't know. That's why the Emperor is the Emperor, and I'm content to be here. I don't need to worry about it.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to know?
I want to ask about the village.
You'd think the recent attack would have people buying supplies or weapons or something. But alas, business has not improved.
Who's important around here?
Who could be more important than Master Li? He is the anchor of this town, and none question his wisdom. Two Rivers has always accepted the masters of your school as leaders, but none have taken to it with the skill, authority, or wisdom of your master.
How are the students viewed?
No different from anyone else. If you keep to yourself, no one bothers you.
Are there expectations?
Well, you are always asking questions. That can be tiring. Although I do prefer that over Gao's posturing, he is not well liked. But his father has money, so he gets his way.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to know?
What do you have for sale?
I have nothing at the moment. I can't keep my stock up. People are scared to travel, which prevents goods from getting here. I must apologize.
Dang. How can you call yourself a merchant if you have nothing to sell?
I do what I can, but the ghosts and bandits limit travel. They viciously force many caravans to turn back. To hear some of the caravan masters talk, there are problems of this type all over the Empire. I will be sure to let you know as soon as anything comes to town.
Goodbye for now.
Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
Okay, I guess that
You
didn't
were
seem
so brave to fight those bandits. Master Li has trained you well.
I have never seen Master Li.
Okay, so I can just talk to people and run. Let's see if this guy has anything else for me.
Good job with those ruffians. Those bandits weren't gentle with this town. I'm going to help out with some of the repairs. I'm just glad you two got a chance to try those weapons out for real. Looks like they handled themselves well, just like you two.
Your thoughts on Two Rivers.
It's a sleepy little town usually, and bandit attacks are virtually unheard of. Who wants to rob farmers? Rice isn't worth enough to carry it away. The only real visitor we have is that strange fellow who came in for supplies once or twice. He's just some mad hermit, though. He tries to avoid the village proper. The best thing about this place is Master Li's leadership. It's like the man was born to it.
Who's the strange hermit you mentioned?
I never got his name, and he shies away from the village proper, so I think he prefers it that way. His visits are so rare, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of him.
I think I know who it
Won't
is.
even speak of the man. Just gives him a few basic supplies and lets him go. Oh well, no concern of ours. If a man wants to keep to himself, I say we let him do it.
How did you end up training at the school?
Oh, be fair. I may be the weapon master around here, but it's Master Li who really does the training. I help out, but he's the real reason you two are so good. I used to be a guard in Broken Path, a little town in the western part of the Empire. It was a sleepy place like this, though the residents were miners, not farmers. That whole province is called the Hills of the Six Holy Scrolls for a reason. It's rocky, as rich in minerals as it is in ancient temples.
What made you take up training?
After the body takes enough of a beating, it just doesn't fight as well as it once did. About 10 years ago, something just broke loose. Ghosts stormed out of the hills, dozens of them charging from the west. We tried to fight them, and it worked to some degree. But these ghosts were howling mad. Some of them didn't even look human anymore. Like monsters they were.
Where did these ghosts come from?
They came from the hills in the west. But beyond that, no one knows. The scary part is that these days I hear more and more stories about ghosts haunting the roads. I wonder if we in Broken Path saw the beginning of whatever is happening now. It's hard to say, but there are an awful lot of rumors about ghosts these days.
Why would they attack your town?
I haven't the whisper of a clue. They simply attacked, all transparent and screaming rage in those hollow voices of theirs.
How can you defeat ghosts?
Ghosts can't die, but they can be dispersed is the best word. They come back after a while, though. I guess there's no peace for the dead, except to go to the underworld, like most everyone does when they die.
What happened in the end?
We won, but many people joined the Ghost's ranks that day. People were spooked, claiming that the hills were haunted. Soon enough, Broken Path became an empty path. It was deserted, still sore from the fighting. I made my way south, to what I found to be more peaceful lands.
Various thoughts on Rivers. Can I change my weapon?
It's a sleepy little town, usually.
Okay, so yeah, we already read that. I should let you get back to work.
You're right. There's plenty to do.
I like him though. He's nice.
Quite a bit of excitement. Yes, bandits can be tricky opponents. Of course, that didn't stop Gal the Lesser from beating a few of them senseless. That boy enjoys causing pain. You won't tell anyone about what happened, will you? I couldn't leave my post, you know? I can't keep watch over the students if I'm dead.
Forget it. Your shame is your own to deal with. You're worthless. Why shouldn't I tell everyone?
Right. And I will, while I'm still alive. What do you need?
Is there anything of interest happening in the village?
Why do you need to ask? A bandit attack isn't of enough interest? What else would people talk about?
Can I ask you about the Empire?
Perhaps one of the villagers can accommodate you? I would rather focus on my job. Two Rivers may be remote and calm, but I still take the task of protecting it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Farewell.
Locked. Dang. Alright, so I guess we'll go over here and see if there's anyone, like, over here doing anything. I doubt it, but there's always a chance we could find somebody to talk to. Cool, so we didn't find anyone. So if we're going back to the school. Actually, do we have enough currency? We do have a good bit of currency. We might be able to get something. A book icon on the left side of the screen indicates a new journal entry, which we probably should read. Also, I honestly forgot how long the loading screens were in this game. Ooh, okay, that makes sense. It's for Let's see. Whoops. Ooh. Alright, so let's look. The bandits have been driven back, but their leaders seem to recognize Master Li. Their recognition leaves you with many questions that only Master Li seems to be able to answer. Don't think she would give me anything, but there's something we can do over here, but I don't know how much silver we need to give. I hope it's a specific amount and not like you can put in however much you want. This grave appears to be dedicated to the Old Master, a former instructor of the school. It is a humble tribute not even bearing his name. A small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of a lion, ready to accept offerings of silver to speed the spirit of the departed to his rest. Place a silver coin in the bowl. The coin disappears to a thin slot in the bottom of the bowl. There is an audible clicking sound. The lion image detaches from the gravestone. It appears to have little value. Lion head token. Quest received. The Lions of Two Rivers. Behind Master Li's house, he stumbled across a shrine dedicated to the last member of the school. When he inserted a silver coin into the collection ball, a small token depicting a lion detached from the shrine. While its purpose remains a mystery, you kept the token. Perhaps the lion symbol is a clue. I don't know what we do with that. I honestly don't know. Hold on, let me look real quick. I'm sorry. I'm gonna check this real quick because I don't know if this is limited time only or not. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. I didn't realize it was actually in his house. I should have known though.
Glad to see you're still well. By most reports, you faced down many of those bandits yourself.
Also sorry about that.
Impressive, senior student.
Most reports, who disagreed. You were unskilled and easily beat. I just wish Master Lee had let me face their leader.
Who else? Gao the Lesser won't let a chance to glorify himself slip away.
Of course.
To hear Gao's side, he pushed back the bandits. But I know you dealt with the greater share of it. Of course, it was best that our master was there to deal with that sorcerer. The stories about their confrontation spread quicker than a plane's fire.
You are the hero of the moment. Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack. It is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Lee to come to my rescue, and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal. Master Lee assures me I will heal in time. It's a shame, as Smiling Mountain was teasing me just yesterday with some special prize.
Oh.
Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer
I
to
would
you
like that.
if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for you to make a run at a new record, but I can't face anyone with this wound. Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Lee has already tended to it. Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process.
Ooh.
Someone like Old Ming might know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs.
Would this herb help you heal quickly enough that you could fight again?
I think so, though I can't remember the name. It was some kind of rare grass, I think.
Do you remember if the herb grows around here?
I don't think it's a common plant, no. The only person I can think of who might know for sure would be Old Ming.
How much would something like that cost?
I'm not sure, but if you had to buy it, I'd happily pay you back for the trouble you went through. This wound will heal in time regardless, but I wouldn't complain if it knitted faster. All the quicker to return to my training.
Where would I find Old Ming?
When he's not hollering at students for making too much noise, he's usually down by the beach looking after the statue of Emperor Sun. I know you're very busy, but if you happen to have time and be passing by the beach, I'd appreciate it if you would at least ask.
Oh, I'm
Old
definitely
Ming.
doing that.
If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb, and if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training.
I want to ask you about the others at the school.
I haven't talked to many of the newer students. The only one I have strong opinions about is Gao. He and I have sparred many times. He's come dangerously close to injuring me, and I've seen his aggression hurt others. I've expressed my concerns to Smiling Mountain, and he wisely advises me to focus on myself. If I let my anger get the better of me, I'm no better than Gao.
Gao's a dick.
I'll answer what I can.
I want to fight him. I want to fight him right now.
Master Li cares deeply for all of us, despite his stern demeanor. Look how he came to my rescue when the bandit's spell left me wounded.
Do you have any idea what someone would be looking for Master Li?
I've heard a rumor that the man leading the bandits seemed to know Master Li, but I really couldn't say why. It's scary to think they came here with a purpose, though. Why don't you ask Master Li?
Let's get back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
Do you know much about the rest of the Empire?
I can only feed you answers that are common knowledge. Some of the other students might help you more. Wen is the most widely traveled here, and Lin hasn't been able to stop talking about ghosts, which is a nice change when we're talking about everyone else. If you have questions about history or philosophy, I recommend avoiding us students. Learn about the past from those who were there.
Let's go back to my
I'll
other
answer what I
questions. But I think that was it. Yeah, goodbye for now.
Take care. Oh, and if you happen to find anything that might help this wound after you talk to Old Ming, let me know.
Journal. Kaimin. Kaimin can't face you in Smiling Mountain's test until she is feeling better, but she vaguely remembered a type of grass that might help speed her healing.
To hear Gao tell it, he single-handedly beat back the bandits. But I know you did the lion's share. Too bad I was stuck up here minding the younger students. It would have been great to see Master Li deal with that sorcerer. We so rarely see our master's true abilities in action. What do you need from me?
You know everyone around here. Is there any news?
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that. Of note, there's only the one you should be.
I think there's nothing new for her to say.
Master Li took me in.
Oh, okay. There we go. The man leading the bandits seemed to know Master Li.
Oh, I know. That rumor spread very quickly, though not many people want to talk about it. It's quite disturbing, so some people prefer to pretend that they never heard it. It makes me wonder if Master Li is a hero of some sort. If bandits are coming for him, I bet he made their lives difficult before. If he were going to tell anyone, though, it'd be you. Why didn't you ask him?
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish. What do you want to ask about?
Goodbye for now.
Stay well. After all, how could we learn without our most senior student to guide us?
Let's see. There's nothing else over here. I don't think I can really talk to anyone else.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit. Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good.
What kind of items and additional training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Show me what you have.
Let's see what you can learn.
I can buy one of these. Guess I'll take that. I don't have anything I can sell to the store. I believe that's a permanent upgrade. I don't think we actually choose that anywhere. Yeah, that's a permanent upgrade. If we somehow were able to afford the other two, we would do both. We'd get all of them, but I don't know if we will.
Those bandits learned a hard lesson. Master Li is not a man to stand by while the town is attacked. Same with you. When something has to be done, you do it. What can I do to help you?
I don't think there's anything new there. I'm going to save. Not going to quit or anything, just quick little save. Because I don't know if just walking up here will start the next session, or next part of the main story.
Well, it seems you have everyone on your side again. Hero of the village as well as the school.
It is a well-earned accolade. We should all be proud.
I'm not sure why. Such vermin are barely a threat. I beat a couple of those fools as well, just not the swarm on the beach.
They were a threat to the villagers. I was happy to help. Why didn't you help against the bulk of them? Did you run? I gained status from it. Perhaps you need to learn the value of respect. I'm gonna go with the middle one. The neutral option, I guess.
I did not run. I dealt only with the bandits that got in my way. Why waste my time stomping rats into the sand? It is not my job to rescue those who are not strong enough to protect themselves. That is an endless, foolish road. There are always victims, always weaklings. You could live 1,000 lives and still someone would be begging for your help.
This from someone nobody wants to help from. You are barely welcome here at all. The weak today may be strong tomorrow. I invest so I may reap. Oh god.
Why should I care? I have little interest in the other students here, and even less for the mud farmers outside. I am here to train, nothing more. You'll soon see what I am capable of. I will make sure of it.
I hope you do.
I'm done with you. Go talk to your precious master. Training will not resume until he has met with you.
Okay, good. Whew. The Long Drought. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll mount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. With the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched lands and stability was restored. Ooh, so that is new. I believe that statue over there is what we need. Also, it looks like it's a door, actually. I don't remember if it is, but it looks like one. But chest. Red line figure, yellow line figure, blue line figure. Oops. A statue of a lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as a training aid designed by a previous master of the school. There is a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Something activates as you approach. The spear in the lion's paw begins to glow. There is an indentation in the statue's mouth reminding you of another shape you saw recently. Place the token of the old master's grave in the lion's mouth. Something changes inside the statue. The sphere glows green. Nothing happens. Okay. The sphere goes dim. Actually, place the blue figure in. Nothing happens. It's red. Move the figure in. Blue, yellow. Sphere changes color, taking on an orange hue. Let's remove blue. Nothing happens. Place red. The sphere changes color, becoming purple. Remove red. The sphere glows dim. Okay, so yellow, blue. Remove blue. Place red. Remove yellow. Place blue. Bam! The statue erupts in a loud burst of energy. Clearly, you have done something momentous. You feel different. Examine your world from all angles, and you will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things. We're finished with the statue, so you leave the figure into the altar. You receive gaze of the lion. What is the gaze of the lion? Or is that just like a permanent stat boost? I think that might actually just be what that is. Also, let's go back over here. We're gonna go back down and start the other side quest thing. But I want to see what it is I'm missing from him again. What kind of items, additional training, cell, what do you have? So we're missing the Heart of Gold and the Mind of Steel. We're going to try to get as much of that as we possibly can, if not all of it, but I don't think we can get legitimately all of it. Okay, so we're good. So I have like a list here of some of this stuff to see if we can try to get everything. I don't know if we can, but I'd like to try.
Those bandits didn't fight nice like you do at the school.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the healing grass stuff for her. Because I would like to do the challenge thing. I would like to fight as many people as we possibly can. Ooh. I will say, I haven't ever played as this character, but I do like her outfit. I'm usually, crap, what was the guy's name? The guy that's based on speed, like the guy that's on the main cover of the game is usually who I play as. Showed those cursed bandits a thing or two, didn't you? Ha! Brought a smile to this old face. One of these students was wounded during the bandit attack. Oh yes, I heard about that. Some fool girl out walking on the overlook, wasn't it? Serves her right for not studying or meditating, I say. There's no accounting for you. She probably wants something to get her moving again. So I'd say you need a poultice made from red silk grass clippings. First Findu should have some. Don't let him talk you into clippings of beard tongue grass. That won't do it all. What's the difference between the two grasses? Red silk grass will actually bind the wound and make it so she can get back to her practices. That's why you want it. Bearded tongue grass will make her feel the same, but it'll only deadening the pain. It doesn't actually do her any good. For most people, bearded tongue grass would be fine, but I know the full girl would start practicing again and tear something vital that could leave her crippled. Where is the merchant Findu? You can find him in the center of town. It's hard to miss his shop front. Just look for the dodgy deals. Thank you for your help. It's no problem. Just remember that you need red silkgrass, not beard tongue. The first one will heal her, the second one will only make her feel better. Fighting with an improperly treated wound could end her practices permanently. That's not worth saving a few silvers. And don't you let that merchant thing talk you into the cheap stuff. You might make a few extra silvers, but your friend's health isn't worth his profit margins. Goodbye for now. I wish you well. So if we were going for the closed path option, we would go for the cheap option. Because it's the easiest one and it would help us out in the fight actually. At least I believe it would help you out in the fight. A potential customer is a welcome customer.
What can I do for you?
Oh, pfft. I'm looking for ingredients for a medical poultice.
Oh yes, I had heard that someone was injured and immediately saw the opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks and I only have enough ingredients to make 1 dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away.
Old Ming suggested red silk grass to cure her wound.
Oh, now that's thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose red silkgrass might be just the thing for a wound. I I could add it to the poultice. Expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Would certainly help her wound, but I know something just as good. Get her some bearded tongue grass and she'll feel better. It won't hasten the healing any, so she'll have to take it easy, but it will deaden the pain.
I'll take red silkgrass. I want her to be able to fight safely.
If you think you can justify such opulence to heal something that time would take care of, who am I to argue? I'll just need your payment to prepare the poultice.
Here's the 50 silver for red silkgrass.
An excellent choice. I'll mix the salve for you and prepare the poultice. It won't take a moment. There you go. Her pain will fade quickly and the binding effects of red silkgrass will make sure she can fight again, if she wants to. Your generosity is extreme, but who am I to complain? Enjoy, and I hope it makes your friend better quickly.
Ooh, goodbye for now.
Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
Red silkgrass. Ooh. So, we can fight now. I doubt we're going to get money for it, but I would love it if we could get 400 or even 800 silver for it. If we could get 800 silver, that would be perfect because I could get both of the items I'm wanting. I think we can go back and get others later, but I'm not sure. If we can't, then we can't. But if we can, good. We can get closer to obtaining everything in the game. At least the important stuff, I think. Also, like I said earlier, I kind of, for a long time, really wanted a sequel to this, and I still kind of do. But based on BioWare's recent games, I don't really know if I would honestly want them to make Jade Empire, because I feel like they'd make it too simple. Because it'd be easier for people to get into. Which I understand it being simple is better because it means more people play it, but still, I would rather it be like it is now. But I could just be stuck in the past.
This has been a busy day for us all. Is there something you need?
I have a poultice that should help your wound.
The sun breaks through the clouds when I hear news like this. Heavens, I can already feel it working. That's amazing. Yes, this should be perfect. The poultice must have cost you some silver. Let me repay you. What did it cost?
Lie, it was only 25 silver. It ended up costing me 50. There's no need to repay me. I couldn't just leave you wounded.
That's very kind of you. I can't thank you enough. If you're interested in trying to set a new record for Smiling Mountain's special prize, whatever it is, then I'll be ready.
Good. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
No, I've lost it.
What can I...
Are there students available to spar with?
Yes, and the students are on edge from the bandit attack. It would do them good to work some of that out. And now that Kia Min is feeling better, maybe you'd like to challenge her record in my little training exercise.
Of course I would like to try that. Oh wait, let's look at your other
I
sparring
can arrange
options.
for a little sparring. Are there any special conditions you would like to introduce?
I wouldn't mind working my
I know
way
you
up,
prefer a
honestly.
challenge.
See, start with a single student.
Very well. I'll choose someone who is competent in one-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready.
Ho ho. Damn.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like?
More training.
I can... Yes, I suppose your fight against the bandits made you want to brush up on this technique. I can arrange for as many as 4 students to fight you.
2, 3, and then 4.
A duo to test their cooperation. Some of the younger students will think you are easy prey in such a situation. Show them the truth. Remember, this is only a practice match. It will continue until you or your opponents are
They're
rendered
not going to last
unconscious.
long at all. I do like the 1,000 cut style. Oh my god.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like?
Continue training.
I can arrange for a trio. Very well. This will be a valuable experience for all involved. Remember, this is only a practice match. It will continue until you or your opponents are rendered unconscious.
I wouldn't mind being able to spar against Dawnstar, because I feel like she'd be a lot stronger than these guys. I thought there was a way to dash forward.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like?
More sparring.
Facing a foursome means that you will have to remain aware of the fighting environment the whole time. Be ready. Remember, this is only a practice match. It will continue until you or your opponents are rendered unconscious.
And then, after this fight, we get the main one. Oh my god. They couldn't even touch me.
You are improving every day. I have observed your technique and you may not realize it, but you are more resilient. Let me show you. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment?
What did I just get? Lessons of the Forge. Let's see.
What can I do for you? What is there to say? She tells me that she is feeling much better. If you wish to face
We
her,
can fight her in a
I will
one-on-one
allow
fight.
it. Kiamin says that she is feeling well and her wound seems to be already healing. I believe she will provide a fine challenge for you. If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes.
You will fall.
Oh. I actually got hit a lot. Go after her last since she's a named character. What? Okay, I was like really scared. Like, why is she not doing anything other than blocking? Haha. She had quite a bit of trouble with that one.
Well done. As promised, here is a reward for setting a new standard. Kiamin is eager to try again, but I asked her to rest for now. She seems well despite her earlier injury. Now, is there anything I can... I am sorry, but Master Li does not permit such techniques to be flaunted at the school. There is danger in wielding such power if you are not ready. He does not demonstrate those skills very often. There are paths of the way that hold great temptation if one is not careful. I can clarify this, but I cannot offer the fight you wish. Good.
There we go.
Something on your mind? Am I interested in you defeating me again like you so often do? I suppose I could humble myself for another match, though I'm not sure there's much more you can learn by facing me.
So I don't need this sheet anymore. Alright.
Excellent.
And yes,
Let's
we
see
will
if
fight
we
her
can use
again.
Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
Crap. How dare you beat me like this? Haha. Okay, so I believe the only thing we can really do now is go talk to Master Lee. I don't think there's any more side questy type stuff available to us at this moment in time. Sadly.
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. Some good people were lost, but many were saved. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny. You have trained hard and are ready. You will have a pivotal role in some great events, my student, after you return from the Spirit Cave.
The Spirit Cave.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst on the beach like a fool, but I did my part. If you spent less time coddling her, you would have many promising students instead of one.
No one is denying your skill, Gal. Cry somewhere else. I am simply better than you.
This is not a matter that can be decided by effort, Gao. There are things at play that you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this Spirit Cave, I am worthy of facing it too. If she is truly better than me, let her prove it. I challenge her.
Yes. You can call it a challenge, but my victory will be easy. If that is what you wish, I will accept.
I will not have you brawling in the street. If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted, but I won't have any such sorcery here.
Hobbled before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious protege win?
My student, I do not trust Gao to fight honorably. Consider your attacks carefully. Prepare yourself and return when you are ready.
I'll take him.
I will explain what I can after we have dealt with Gao's interruption. I don't want to confuse matters. Trust that I am right.
Alright, Master.
Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout. Injury is a possibility.
A possibility? I think it is more than likely.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest. I have restricted Gao from using his father's sorcery.
I said you would regret getting in my way.
Fighters, begin!
Ho ho ho, Gal. I am so ready to kick your ass. I do not like you. Oh, you dick. Oh no, he got a hit in on me. Oh jeez. Did a lot of damage actually for one hit.
death will be...
You know what? Let's see if we can do this. I would like to be able to say I had no damage taken off of me whenever I beat him. Yeah.
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
No! I'm not finished!
Gal, please.
I have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are too much the son of Gao the Greater. You are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here, despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Go now.
I try to limp away.
Everyone, this challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. They are well earned. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the spirit cave. Be certain you are ready when you come to me. Your life is about to change.
That was exciting. I'm glad you are safe. I knew you would be. Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see that. I suppose that's what set him off. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father.
Master Li does what he must. He is our master. Master Li does a lot of confusing things. Or Master Li is a fool. I can't wait to leave.
But don't you wish that some things made more sense? Anticipation is grueling. So much could be happening that you just don't know about.
It scares me sometimes, all this talk of troubled spirits. I didn't ask to be a part of it. As much as you want to know more. I doubt you had a say in your fate either. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability and Master Li is waiting for you. You should go to him.
I keep hitting back for some reason. You have successfully defeated Gao the Lesser, but in his pride he attacked you with a forbidden magic style. Master Li has asked to speak with you in his house when you are ready for your final test.
Gao is a fool to cheat. Our teacher is a kind man, but he is not soft and doesn't tolerate that kind of thing. You'll face worse things than Gao in the cavern if what I've heard is right. I hope you're ready. What do you need from me?
Let's see. Do you know anything about the cavern beneath the school?
No one really knows anything about that cavern, except that Master Li has strictly forbidden us to go in there. He has always said that it is a place of final testing. I hear whispered rumors that there's something horrible down there. I even asked around town, and there's old stories of masters before ours sending students into that cavern, and the students never finding their way out.
Do you know what the horrible thing is supposed to be?
I don't have a clue, but I don't envy you having to go down there. Then again, you are the strongest of us, as we're so often reminded, so you'll be fine.
Where did you learn about the cavern?
This is all rumor. Mostly gossip from the people in Two Rivers. As I said, no one really knows what's down there. Well, no one but you, once you tell Master Li you're ready.
Goodbye for now.
Stay well. After all, how could we learn without our most...
Master Li once asked me not to use the style I learned in the Imperial City. It was a fair request, so I agreed. Gao should have known better than to use a forbidden style. What can I do to help you?
Do you know anything about the cavern beneath the school?
I haven't been here long enough to hear anything but rumors. Everyone prefers not to think about that place. I certainly don't envy you for having to go down there. Goodbye.
Oops. Ooh, not who I want to talk to. Ooh, okay, man.
You fought well, and the record is yours. I'm happy for you and couldn't care less about the record. It was just good to fight again and feel no pain. I'm a bit tender right now, but that's to be expected. I should be in much better shape before long. This day has been full for you, and you still have the cavern to face. If you listen to Lynn parroting the villagers' stories, that place has a dark past, but I'm sure Master Lee wouldn't send you into unreasonable danger. What can I do for you?
Oh, that's it? Okay. Let's see.
Gao was a fool for challenging you. Oh, he's good, but you've always been stronger. He just wouldn't admit it to himself. Thing is, your prize is going into the cavern beneath the school. To hear Lynn tell it, that place is going to challenge even you.
What do you know about the cavern?
Next to nothing. I know Master Lee forbids us to go in there until our final test, but that's about the only fact I have. I hate repeating stories that aren't my own. Lynn has no such qualms, so go ask her about the cavern.
Alright.
Gao's actions were foolish. He knew he could not beat you fairly, and so he chose to catch you by surprise. Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training...
Yeah, I should go. I will actually leave this area, go back and talk to everybody else in the town to see if there's any more side quest stuff, because I would like to do that stuff if I can. I like doing all that extra stuff. And if it's available, I mean, why not go for it? To get some more experience and maybe some more silver. Do we even have any silver now? We have 100. We need 300 more for another thing from that one guy. Crap, I can't remember his name or what those things are called. I feel awful for it.
You should get ghosts in your school.
I have not been here that long, but even I know that Gao the Lesser despises you. You certainly taught him a lesson. I just hope that you will be all right in the cavern. Master Lee has forbidden anyone else to go in there, and Student Lin says that place is dangerous. Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
I don't want to be a dick to him. Answer me when I address you, student. Violence isn't the only solution to a problem. Sometimes persuasion can get you out of a tough spot. Which we will try to do that whenever we have the option. Because we don't need to settle everything with combat if we're going for a good playthrough. Or nice playthrough, whatever. But on the next playthrough, which will probably be like a few months from now actually, when we do the close palm, we will just be dicks to everyone and beat the crap out of everything that we can. Because, I mean, that could be fun. It could be. What?
Hey, boys, look who it is.
Is that the one gal the Lesser's always going on about?
I think so. I say we teach a little lesson about staying in your place when great men like Gao are around.
I'm looking for a fight, I'll just leave. There's no honor in trashing a bunch of drunks. There will certainly be a lesson learned here today. Let's begin.
We're twice the men you are, drunk or sober.
This isn't a man.
Shut up! Teach this whelp a lesson in manners.
1,000 cuts!
Oh god. Hey, he is hurting me. $17, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. But I doubt that's still enough to really, yes, not even half of what I need.
I always knew that Gao child would get himself into trouble.
Be careful in that cave beneath the school. People used to tell strange stories about that place. A potential customer is a welcome customer.
I wonder if any of these main people or named people will tell us anything. Okay. Dang. Maybe this guy over here will.
Everyone was so scared, and I still am. That sorcerer seemed far too interested in you and
Not enough, just not enough. Since my wife died, gossip stopped moving around this town as fast as it once did. I've still managed to hear that you're going into the cavern beneath the school. Listen well, girl. That cave's no place for delicacy. Be sure that you're at your best before you face Master's test in there. There were students under other masters who never came back from that hole in the ground. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad he at least had some more stuff to say about the cave. I wish there was more to it, but at least he did have some dialogue for it. That's always nice. Okay.
Everyone's heard about Gao the Lesser's little outburst. It figures he'd try something like that when he was losing. A rat always flashes his fangs when backed into a corner. Something else you need.
Nothing I can get from him on that, alright. He's the only guy left.
The gate must remain closed for now. I've had reports of travelers being attacked by bandits based out of the swamps.
Really?
Only those with business in the field should leave the village, preferably with proper escort.
I don't need protection from simple bandits. Can I deal with these attacks?
No, it's just a few raids on traveling merchants. Outlaws rarely attempt anything bolder for fear of gaining the attention of the Imperial Army. There is some talk of ghosts, of all things, attacking lone travelers as well. I dismiss that kind of thing out of hand. But even if the danger is low, I would prefer that people not wander near the swamps without purpose, especially students of Master Li.
Why coddle us students? We can take care of ourselves.
Certainly you can, but sending half-trained fighters out to find trouble would bring more attention than Master Li wants. I am merely following his instructions. I don't want to anger him.
Is there anything of interest? Yeah. There's nothing new for that. Alright. Let's get our spirit energy back. I don't remember who our next companion is or when they actually join the party. But I hope we meet them soon. Because I only have about an hour-ish left. Maybe a little bit longer, but I'd like to at least find the next party member. Also, we should try to talk to Dawnstar and see if maybe she has anything to say about this. I hope she stays with us, but I don't know if she'll stay with us in the cave. And I gotta be honest, I forgot how much dialogue there was in the game. I thought I'd be reading a lot more than I have been. But, I mean, it's fine. Ooh. Dawnstar, there we go.
You should speak with Master Li. He will want you to enter the spirit cave soon.
Okay, I guess that's all she has to say about it. I was thinking maybe we could talk to her more and learn more about her. But I guess we'll get to do that later. But for now, looks like we're going to go speak to Master Li and enter the spirit cave. Ooh.
Ah, there you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready.
Yes, Master, I'm ready.
Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later.
Poor gal. Dickaroo.
Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny.
I'm listening. What is the next step? How would I know that? You tell me nothing. Does that have something to do with the bandit assassin?
You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai.
Master, you've never said anything about this.
I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within? That includes you and me both.
Why hide that you are the Emperor's brother?
I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun Qin, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care.
So young. Well, he still has a bit of gray in his hair, but he's still really young. He looks different. He booped her nose.
Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come.
Can you tell me anything about my people? Who is this Death's Hand? How many brothers are in the Emperor's family? And what do you mean that the world may join you? Let's go with the can you tell me anything about my people?
Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more.
Let's move on. Tell me what this has to do with my destiny. Who is Death's Hand?
He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse. no pity.
Can you tell me anything more about my people? How many brothers are in the Emperor's family?
There were 3. Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things. Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order.
When you say the world may join you in being haunted, what do you mean?
Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on.
Let's move on. Tell me what this has to do with my destiny.
You were meant for something important, but because of my actions it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed.
Why haven't I witnessed this?
We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself.
Is it safe? Does this tunnel lead to the cave somehow? The entrance couldn't be here, could it? Why is this part of the school?
It is here in my home. I kept it hidden by never acknowledging its importance. It is not hard to hide something. You need only master keeping the secret.
Is it safe?
No, but few places truly are. This has been a lot to comprehend.
His eyebrows again.
So take your time. There are instructions inside, and something that belongs to you, an amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy.
I'll also throw this out there. If we actually complete the chapter between now and 6, we'll just actually end it a little early. Because I don't want to start a chapter and be like, well, I have to go. I don't think that'll happen, though. For community forums and more information about Jade Empire, visit jade.bioware.com. I think that's what it said. Or forums. Ooh. So, this is here to test us. The sturdy gate bears a clay seal. A message is carved across the surface in Master Lee's handwriting.
Spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. They are strong, but you can fight them. You can't kill the dead, but in defeat they are disrupted and can't reform for a time. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people fell, and some are held in this cave. They are drawn to your amulet. It is ahead, waiting for you. Be careful. It is desired by many seeking power beyond the mortal realm. I make no apology for these trials, my student. You will come to see how necessary they are.
Ooh. Why did that explode in her face? That was kind of a dick move. Kick it? Yeah. 55, I'll take it. Pillar. This pillar of stone contains some sort of metallic object. Within it, carved into its crystalline surface, is an inscription.
The dragon amulet was with you in Dirge. I understand what it does, but you are the one meant to be trained in its use. I am sorry that my actions denied you this. Essence gems are used by healers and upstart sorcerers and are common enough to be wasted on ornamentation. But with this amulet, you can tap their true potential.
Flawed Warrior Gem. This flawed gem provides minor bonuses to your body, equipped.
Your people were adept at using essence gems. I kept it from you because power is a beacon. The forces behind the restless dead will take an interest in you. Even mindless spirits may be drawn to you, just as they were confined here. In achieving your true power, you become a target that many will not be able to resist.
Oh, alright then.
1,000 cuts.
Ho ho ho. Alright then, I guess you can do that. Forgot that the environments were destructible while you were fighting. It's actually a nice little touch that they didn't really have to do, but like I said, it's nice that it's a thing. Let's see what else is down here, shall we? Ooh, give me some more silver, please. Yes. 174. We're getting close to being able to buy at least one more of those little boosts. The writing on the clay tablet is strangely illegible. Rather than just being poorly inscribed, it seems to change as you try to read it. Notice that the amulet you found in this room has started to glow dimly. Hold the amulet you found in this room. The amulet glows brighter and suddenly the inscription on the clay is clearly illegible.
My student, I hope you realize your importance. The restless dead must be allowed to find their way to the underworld. All of us will suffer if things continue as they are. Seek the source of this problem and eradicate it. That is your purpose and burden. I hope that the basics I have taught you will aid you in setting everything right.
Didn't freak her out this time, but I might have possibly jumped. I don't know why. I knew it was coming, but I might have jumped. A clay tablet like the others you previously encountered, the script is once again written in your master's hand.
Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend death. These beings may have powers beyond any living foe, and intelligence to beguile and confuse. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. Seek the source of this problem, even if it leads to the heart of the Empire. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies too. The cave is secure. Meditate on what you see here. When you leave, all will be changed.
Are we going to see a spooky ghost? Yes, we are. Sooner here, a long-forgotten stench of the living. I ruled this place, taught with wisdom. Why can't I find my way? Where is the voice that should call to me? You ruled here? Were you a master at the school? Back, ghosts, I have been warned of your lies. Speak of your torment, I must understand it. Master, student, farmer, whatever I was, I should be dust instead. I am pulled to nowhere. Frustration. The way is blocked, the shepherd is gone, cannot escape the living. Feelings sneaking, you cloud the way. Where do you need to go? Who is the shepherd? Who clouds the way? What is blocking you? Bah! Despite your words, you're as mindless as the other ghosts. To judgment and to be renewed, but the way of things has been unbalanced. No souls return to the living. What will become of the world if no souls are replenished? Eventually there will be an end. We are blind to the danger, blind to the truth. You can only understand if you see. I'll make you see. I'll make you understand. By combat? Oh. Hit him again, hopefully he won't block. Forgot that they can heal. Actually makes things a tiny bit more complicated. But it's not too bad. I honestly forgot all about that.
My power is stretched thin, bled away, and you are too small, too mortal to truly understand. But small things can move beneath the notice of others. Your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded, but you must find a way through the fog. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search. But look also for yourself. You are a spirit monk, and you are the last.
Who are you? What is this? Another trick of the dead? What is a spirit monk?
I do not have the strength to answer. I am cut open, and the way to the underworld is shut. Spirits are lost with no shepherd, no guardians. You must restore us. The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know both sides of the Veil of Death, ability alone will save you. I have a moment of power, a window to grant knowledge of a primal energy. You must choose between ice and fire, and I will grant the skill to bring them to your hands.
I think... Ooh, let's do this.
I have energy enough only to instill knowledge of one, not both. Knowledge of the other may come in time,
okay,
but not today.
Let's go with ice.
Emotions burn, but the spirit can also turn cold and strike with grim resolve. Command this, and you chill the hearts of your enemies. Yours is the power of Ice Shard.
Is this the kind of style Master Li cautioned Gao against using?
There is no inherent villainy in any martial action, only in the hearts of those who wield them. If you rely too much on simple force, then you cannot act without it. I can do no more. I must fade. Pity those spirits that have grown twisted. You will come to know their pain when life leaves you. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
I will not fail. I can't do it. What is happening? Kind of terrified right now. I think that takes us back out completely. Okay. $100. Ooh. Alright, so let's see. Ooh, we're about to hit level 3 as well. Ice is right, okay. Jade Empire Bestiary, Volume 3, To Kill Spirit. A wise monk once asked, "How can you kill a thing that is already dead?" This answer is simple: you cannot. You can, however, disperse a spirit. This is not the same as killing, but it has a similar effect. It is important to remember that spirits are virtually immune to man-made weapons. You must confront spirits with martial, magic, or transformation styles. Never underestimate the strength of all spirits. They may appear insubstantial, but they can still be deadly to the living. Monk's Dream of Forethought and Structured Body. I keep wanting it back. Yeah, let's have both of those equipped. I don't think we can do anything else here, but we will try. The Nature of the Spirit, Volume 1. Mankind has long known that we are not alone in this world. Descended from heaven, risen from the ground. Present all around us are spirits. These beings often go unseen, but when they choose to interact with us, the effect is usually profound. But what are these beings? Are they people who have died? Are they servants created at the beginning of the world by the great dragon? Are they something else entirely, or are they all of the above? In my research, I have managed to find and communicate with a number of them. I contacted some through priests or relatives, when it was a spirit returned from the dead, but other encounters were much stranger. Let's fully charge everything up and let us go. Welcome back, Joey. Also, it's really weird. I didn't realize you'd come back. I don't know how long you'd been here. I hope that hasn't been too long. Twitch actually didn't even tell me you started watching again. We have about like 30 more minutes left, actually. What? Okay. This is weird. Give me a second. It's borked. I don't know what happened. Joey, please help. Yeah, well, let's try this. I think I might have to restart a little bit, but I mean, that's fine, I guess. Why would it do this to me, Joey? Why would it do this? I think it auto-saves, so we should be good-ish, maybe. Possibly, I hope. It's broken, Joey. It's over. Dang, it's taking a while. It's taking its sweet time getting to the menu. There we go. It told me I needed to press start to continue playing, and I hit start and nothing happened. I don't know exactly why it did that, but it did. So, I guess I just had to restart the game, hopefully. Maybe it'll work. Like, I've had no problems with it until now. But yeah, it's just like, press start to continue. And I couldn't get it to work. I even switched out controllers to see if that would work. And of course it didn't. So I'm actually going to run through this a little bit. I'm not going to read everything like I had last time. And I'm going to skip some of the dialogue unless you want to hear it. If you want to hear it, then we'll still let the characters talk. We'll listen to what they have to say again.
Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend death. These beings may have powers beyond any living foe, and intelligence to beguile and confuse. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. Seek the source of this problem, even if it leads to the heart of the Empire. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies.
Piglet might be in this game.
The cave is secure.
It's entirely possible we could run into him.
When you leave, all will be changed.
Oh, it takes us straight to the last one, alright. Also, since he doesn't speak English, I'm just going to go ahead and skip the dialogue. I read it earlier, I just don't see any point in reading it again unless you're like, hey, read, please. Ow. Holy cow. Joey, he hurt me. He hurt me badly. I didn't even get hurt last time I played this. I think he hit me once, but that was it. Wow. Crystal Spirit, please. Please. I let the cutscenes play, but I'll probably skip the dialogue until we get back to literally where we just were. And I'll save after this in case it happens again. If it does happen again, I guess that'll be the end of the stream. And I'll continue there next time. Lucky, stop. You don't need to mess with that. You don't need to turn off the X-Backs. Also, Jay, when are we gonna start that there Lego Stairfax temperatures?
But small things can move beneath the notice of others. Your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded, but you must find a way through the fog. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search, but look also for yourself. You are a spirit monk, and you are the last. I do not have the strength to answer. I am
Tuesday Pizza Hut?
and the way to the
Maybe.
underworld is shut. Spirits are lost.
I wouldn't
with
mind
no
streaming
shepherd,
from Pizza
no
Hut.
guardians. You must restore us.
I wouldn't mind having some pizza right now.
The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know both sides of the
Also, I
danger,
seriously can't believe
ability alone will save you.
that I moved everything in the other room,
I have a moment
like
of
the
power,
couch and the tables,
window to
because I had to move
grab
both
knowledge of
tables
the
to get the
primal
Xbox
energy.
360 away from the mic
You
because of
must
how loud it
choose
is.
between ice and fire.
And
I will grant the skill to bring
hooked
them
everything
to
up,
your
set it all up, and
hands.
it's like, no, we can't do this. I'll choose the power of ice.
Emotions burn, but the spirit can also turn cold and strike with grim resolve. Command this,
Tuesdays
and
at
you
Piglet
chill
Hut.
the hearts of your enemies. Yours is the power of Ice Shard.
I will be reading stuff again whenever we get back to new stuff.
There is no inherent villainy in any martial action. Only in
Just
the
because I
hearts of
feel like I
those who wield
should.
them.
Because
If
I
you
know
rely
some
too much on
people,
simple force,
myself
then
included,
you
will
cannot
just
act with
listen to
that.
streams
I can do no more.
instead of just watching them.
I must fade.
I don't do it all the time, but I usually do it if
Pity
I'm
those
in the middle of
spirits that
something
have
else. I'll
grown
just listen to
twisted.
a stream.
You will come to know their pain when life leaves you. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
We're gonna save before we go back to where we just were. Haha. Style gained ice shard. Alright. So it's bones. Let's get some money. Let's read this. Get a little bit of experience for it. Let's grab this. Get a little miniature stat boost. And a new thingy we can equip on ourselves. Oh, okay. Good. I just wanted to make sure. What? I have 2 of these. It gave me a mana boost last time. So I guess it's random. Maybe. Possibly. Alright. Hopefully, this time it doesn't say, your controller's dead, press start. Because, I mean, I have a wired controller here. It shouldn't be dead. The Jade Empire prides itself on beauty. Oh, alright then. Books and scrolls grant experience and valuable insight into the history of the Empire. I am like terrified that's going to tell me the controller needs to be reconnected again. Like, the screen went black after the loading screen said that. Yes!
What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be meditating on the amulet and what you have learned for at least another day.
I had a vision. It was very sudden.
A vision? Ah, of course you did. A natural reaction to the great amount of information I have placed before you. It may have something to do with your amulet. Tell me, did you learn anything about the destiny that stretches before you, or what has led you this far?
She said I was the last spirit monk. What does that mean?
Be careful. I do not want you to be misled by sources I cannot anticipate. Your people had warriors by that name. I regret that my actions caused their downfall. 20 years ago, the Empire was mired in drought. Your people revered the water dragon, so their temple of dirge was the ideal place to ask the heavens for help. But the water dragon governed more than just moisture. The drought was part of the natural order, and not for mortals to alter. The spirit monks denied us access. The Emperor was incensed. He asked me to plan a display of power that would force their compliance. As our armies marched, I realized how wrong we were.
Did you try and stop your brother?
He could not be dissuaded. I fled with you as the rest of your people were killed. You must discover for yourself what being the last of your kind means. What else did this vision reveal? You are only to retrieve the amulet, learn to place gems in it, and meditate on your future. I don't want you to be distracted.
Master Lee, there's still no sign of her.
What? What is it, Wu? I'm sorry, my mind was elsewhere.
Dawnstar, as I told you, Master. She went missing after Gao's men were discovered in the school. The state of her room suggests some sort of fight took place.
I see. She is not there.
No, Master Lee. There's no sign of her.
I see. This may prove useful. Thank you, Jingwu. You may go. Your appearance put Gao's disgrace out of my mind, but it would seem that your early exit from the caves has come at just the right time.
Dawnstar is missing. Where would she go?
I doubt she has come to harm. She is a strong woman.
Probably should have gone with the other one.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't search for her. It will be a good measure of your ability. What better way to show mastery over your abilities than to turn them towards helping your fellow student? Seek her out. I doubt she is in the school, and someone would have seen her if she is in the village. You might want to try the surrounding marshland.
I'll start right away. I have more questions about what I've seen. Let Dawnstar fend for herself. If she's strong, she'll survive.
Questions must wait. Time is critical. Take some silver. I asked Fendo and the others to stock essence gems in preparation for this day. Hopefully they have done so. You learned in the cave how single gems are viewed as trinkets and used by self-professed healers and would-be sorcerers, but you can unlock their full potential. Make sure you have everything you need when you leave to find Dawnstar. Do not cloud your mind with anything else. When you return, your course will be clear.
But possible side quest, guy. I want to do the side quest too if they're available. Also, Joey, you missed it. We beat the crap out of Gao, and he's very
I
upset.
suppose you are looking for Dawnstar. I'm sorry, but I haven't seen her. I'm surprised you don't know where she is. I would have thought you, if anyone, would know. Are you sure she isn't off by herself somewhere? She's always been so moody. I'm sorry, but I haven't heard
She's
or
been
seen
moody.
anything odd.
She's always so moody.
Everyone's here except Gao, and he has no place here anymore. He seemed to be in a hurry as he was packing, though. Come to think of it, he was muttering threats under his breath. That's just Gao, so I didn't think anything of it.
Like you scared the crap out of me.
I have no idea. If her garden or room is disturbed, as Jingwu said, maybe she chased the person who did it. I don't know why she didn't call an alarm, though.
And pass out the village.
The gate at the center of the village is the only way out.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Sometimes boats pass by, but this isn't the season for them.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. I hope you find Dawnstar. She was always nice.
But yeah, Joe, you missed it. We beat the crap out of him. I had full health when we beat
Everyone's
him.
shouting that Dawnstar is missing. She's more responsible than most of us, which makes her running off all the more concerning. Wherever she is, I hope that she's safe.
I want to ask about Dawnstar's disappearance.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen or heard anything. Perhaps one of the other students can help you.
Goodbye for now.
Good luck in your search.
I've heard that Dawnstar is missing. If anyone can find her, it's you.
It's that boy. I want to ask you about Dawnstar's
Sure, I know
disappearance.
anything that will help. With the exception of Gao, everyone is here. Come to think of it, he gathered his things awfully quickly after he was expelled.
How many paths out of the village are there?
By foot there is only one path, and it leads down to the swamps. I have never gone that far.
Alright, let's go.
Goodbye.
We actually should have enough money from
I
another
heard
one of
about
his
Dawnstar.
boosts.
Perhaps I can help in some small way. Fendo received some essence gems and passed a few along to me. They may be of use to you.
I should make use of the training you offer. I may not be able to be back for some time.
Let's see what you can learn.
I think I had the flawed monk gem, but we're going to sell the one I don't have equipped, and we're going to buy the Mind of Steel. Hopefully, I doubt it, but hopefully we can get enough money to get the Heart of Gold at some point. But I don't think we're going to have much, I don't think we're going to have a lot of opportunity to pick that up.
Dawnstar wanted to be here when you left the cavern, but she's gone. If you ask me, something's wrong. I don't know where she could have gone, but Wen or Lin might have some idea. You could ask in town as well.
If we actually get 300, I'm willing to unequip my optional health boost for the permanent one. Or it's not a health boost, but for the permanent upgrade to my chi and focus. But I think we should be good, hopefully. But like I said, if we get to 300 currency and we can still get that, we'll come right back and just sell that item. I wonder if this guy up here will sell us anything skill related or stat boost related. Stat altering. It's not, oh god.
I couldn't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped his last.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and this boy challenged him.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Well, thank you for stopping by again, Joey. I'm actually going to have to finish this in just a minute. I didn't realize that I was going to have people coming over, but they'll be here in like 10 minutes, so I got to kind of hurry this up. Why did he kill students like that?
This brave young man stopped Gao and demanded to know what he was carrying.
Gao just laughed at him and tried to walk on by, but the student challenged him. Gao just shrugged, turned, and killed this poor boy in one blow.
What was in the sack?
I couldn't say. It was awfully large and looked heavy, but I was watching from a ways away. We didn't want to get close to that murderer.
We hid out of sight as Gao went toward the gate out of town.
Could it have been a person?
Possibly, but we were too far away to say for sure. If you really want to know, go catch that fiend. He was headed for the gate out of town.
If I went towards the gate, maybe I can still catch him.
Gao was in a rush, but you might be able to catch him still.
Be on your guard if you truly mean to pursue him. Gao's mad with rage as this poor lad learned too late.
I'm going to do an actual save, and I'm sorry, but I got to end it right now. I honestly didn't realize there's people coming over. I'm so sorry. I had to kind of rush through that a little bit. I'll be back tomorrow with the end of Link's Awakening, and then Wednesday we'll be back with more Jade Empire. Thank you again for stopping by, and I can't wait to continue this in a few days.